Welcome, everybody, to Omni Bilateral Panic for another week, the podcast where these millennials come out of early retirement to entertain you. And we talk about all the shit that there is to shoot. I'm David Armstrong. With me, as always, are my two incomparable co-hosts, Tessa Flannery.
Hi, it's me.
She's irritated. She's so mad at me already. And of course, Cameron Faring.
Hi, everybody.
At least Cameron's happy to see me. Don't know what Tessa's problem is. Probably it's because I muted her. Probably when she tried to join the room today, I kicked her out.
I hit that gate, and I just get pissed as hell.
It's fundamentally something I cannot do. I cannot reject an invite. So you X'd yourself out of the room.
Yeah, that's the story.
I was thinking about this morning. Do you think we fit the traditional trope of the trio that is id, ego, superego?
Probably.
What?
I think because we are all such unique individuals that I think that actually whenever one of us takes one of the forms, the other two fill in the other two. But
because we're improvisers.
A fluidity.
A fluidity, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Can I sound like a real idiot? Can you remind me what those are? I know that they are like.
Oh, we can use our wonderful standard example.
Yes,
Bones, Spock, and McCoy are traditionally seen. Of course, similar to what Cameron just said, they can move around as needed sometimes, but generally, you have the id, which is kind of all emotion,
base desires,
impulse, and
Captain Kirk. Right?
Generally, Kirk is seen as the ego because he's the captain. He has to he's the one steering the ship in a way and keeping the other two in balance. The other two are like the kind of the opposing forces.
Oh, I see.
So it's like McCoy is the emotion. He's like and then Spock is the lack of emotion. He's super ego, so he's
logic.
Super ego's all logic.
Logic,
reasoning.
Reason, yeah, exactly.
I see.
And then
I know who I am.
Kirk skirts that line so that he can keep those two in balance.
Who
do you think you are, Tessa?
I just realized when I busted in the door and was like, I'm pissed. You locked me out.
You're absolutely you're McCoy.
Yeah, you're Tessa Ed. Well, now, God damn it, why the fuck am I not in this fucking room? I'm a commander on this ship. I am technically third in command. I should be right fucking here. Jesus
shouldn't take me this long to log into Facebook and then press accept on an invite. Why don't we just do this via email? That was me. Why do I have to get on Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay, Grandma.
Okay, boomer. McCoy is the boomer of the Enterprise.
100%. Yes.
Why can't we just do this by email? We can teleport. We have so many things.
Just send me an email.
I don't like transporters. They scare me. I don't like what they do to my molecules.
All your notes are still written out by hand, McCoy. What are you doing?
Hey, I use the pad.
I use the pad. I use the e-pad or whatever it is.
I worked really hard on my penmanship.
The nuns used to beat me.
Yes.
That's true.
I didn't even go to Catholic school and my penmanship teacher beat me.
Just a moment of stunned silence from us.
See, I just became the id. There we go.
There we go. And now we shift around. So let me take over as the ego and get this ship back on track. I like to think that I'm the ego in the sense, in the more literal sense that I have a huge ego. So we were just unsatisfied.
Yeah, flat.
We were blue
out.
balled. We were blue balled by your equipment, so
Yeah,
we're returning it.
it was
Is
not.
that allowed? Are we allowed to say that?
Yeah, blue balls. Yes, of course we are.
I thought
This is
blue
our
balls was
podcast.
like okay. I don't know.
You don't know
wanna
what blue balls
you,
are?
You don't want to say blue balls?
Isn't blue balls like, oh, somebody turned you down and now you're just wishing you could have? Isn't it like, oh, you turned me down? I haven't had no sex.
Is it a sexist thing?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Is it like, oh,
Like
women
it's
are frigid?
no,
friend zoned?
It is a
Yeah.
genuine phenomenon that happens if you start the process and then stop it. However,
Wait, you're telling me genuine blue occurs?
no, it's just a phrase, but there is pain.
Okay.
associated with
there
it.
is pain associated, but it
Wow.
can
However-
be used in that context. It
And
can
I was
be
gonna
used
say-
as a negative thing.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, how the fuck ever no is no. Period.
Yeah,
Thank
And it
you.
doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
I
can
think
take care of
yeah.
yourself when you get home. You'll be fine. Don't be such a fucking
You'll be
baby.
fine. It also hurts when you pee sometimes, right?
Yes.
Everybody,
So like,
right?
yep.
That's
yep.
for everyone.
Wait, what? I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix my hair for this podcast, and I'm hearing that.
For
It
this
hurts when you
audio
pee
podcast,
sometimes?
you're trying to fix your hair.
Yeah,
Okay.
does it really
We're
hurt when you
visual
pee sometimes
sometimes.
just because you have
No, I was
an
making a
extension?
joke, Tessa.
Oh,
Although sometimes soap gets in there and that does sting a little.
Oh no.
Oh no. This is probably TMI.
I'm so lucky to be a woman.
Cut all this out.
Yeah, you're so lucky to be a woman, Tessa. I'm sure you don't
So lucky to be a
you don't
woman.
experience any weird things with your parts. Nothing
No.
weird. Nothing ever goes.
And nope,
Nope. No
Everything is-
haywire.
perfect.
Nothing
my
ever.
God.
Nothing ever sort of falls in.
Oh my god!
I'm cutting that. I'm gonna cut that comment out.
Leave that in. Nothing ever falls in. Now, like
Yeah.
I can't say that nothing's ever fallen in, but
It's got its own gravitational pull.
That's the power of womanhood.
that is that like an
has its own
object with a
gravity.
large enough mass.
It turns out that
It
the Christians
affects-
were right. If I don't keep my legs closed, things just happen.
things just
Just
gravitate.
go in
towards
there.
it,
Space-time
yeah.
continuum is bent.
Oh God, we are in the worst timeline. Only the Catholics were right.
Only the Catholics were right. Is that what your last boyfriend called his penis? Hey-o.
Oh,
Space-time continuum.
Oh yeah.
It's close.
Oh, I just got that.
Y'all, today is Ugly Sweater Day.
Officially?
The third Friday in December is Ugly Sweater Day, which
Oh,
is
you're
today,
prepared.
December 17th. It is my day, y'all.
I think that requires you to put on all of your ugly sweaters
All
I
in
can't-
all
I
at
at
once.
the
can't.
same time.
I can't.
That sounds like it'd be physically impossible since you have 29 of them.
That sounds like you would die. You would be
46 of
killed
them.
by it.
Yep. Uh-huh.
And what an embarrassing way to die. Like the coroner,
like,
the coroners would just
constricted,
point and laugh.
Like a
Yeah.
like a being constricted like by a snake, but by ugly
Crush.
sweaters.
Yep.
Yeah, but like a not cool snake.
So what do we put on this report? I would honestly put crushed by the holiday spirit.
This coroner's report is incomplete because the coroner couldn't stop laughing.
I mean, that actually honestly sounds like my perfect death. I'll just suddenly fall asleep,
Oh no.
surrounded by joy.
Oh no.
I don't think you suddenly fall asleep. I imagine it's a long, painful process.
Yeah, but see, like you pass out, and then eventually,
Okay, I was gonna
the
say
painful
passing
part's
out this. Yeah.
Oh yeah, passing
Probably
out does sound nice.
you probably have some wild dreams.
It'll just feel like
Yeah.
feel like I got hugged too tight, which is my dream. And good God,
an
this is what
extrovert's
happens
dream.
when you get me up at 8 a.m. Cut this out.
No. This is I'm not editing this one. This is all uncut,
Just as is.
raw, unfiltered, unadulterated.
The raw episode.
This is raw
Oh
dogged.
no. Oh, come on. We don't want anything to fall in. Dangerous.
My
Oh, no.
favorite.
Oh God. All right.
Real quick logistical note. Can you hear my heater?
No, I can't.
Great. Okay. I will just let it run then. Because it's chilly and I can't wear sleeves.
I might
Oh,
randomly.
why can't you wear sleeves? Because you're too built.
Because
Oh, because of your new tattoo.
because of those muscle busters.
Congratulations.
Oh. I may randomly mute myself because there's this car alarm that's been going off like right outside my window
Oh no.
all morning.
Amazing.
And by all
No.
morning, I mean because I've been up, because I'm usually up at the in these early hours. I mean since like about 3 a.m. It's been going on and off about every hour.
Oh, that's awful.
Oh, it's great. It's great. It's like I'm being tortured.
No.
It's like I'm being waterboarded with people's shitty personal property management
Yeah,
systems.
it's like I'm in Guantanamo Bay.
No.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Take me back to Guantanamo Bay.
I guess today will be the true fan tester.
This is the one where we test everybody's limits.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
If
find
you've
out
stuck with us this long, we'll see if you stick with us longer.
That's our goal, is to be really popular and then lose everybody.
Yeah.
The great American dream.
I want to watch that. I want to watch that number rise, and then I want to watch it fall. It's like being hugged by progressively tighter Christmas sweaters.
Yep.
and then slowly losing consciousness.
Slowly.
And then slipping into a dream for
Dying.
eternity.
Yep. For eternity.
That's the crazy thing, because that's what I imagine death is like you slip into a dream and then you just
Never
sort of
wake
never
up.
wake up.
Ooh.
And then gradually that feeling of like, I think I'm in a dream, or like, this is weird, that just goes away.
Really?
I think
And
that's
then your
what
consciousness is just like floating around?
And you're just like, oh, I'm not dreaming. That's silly. Why would I think that? And then you just live the rest of your existence
In
in a dream. Mm-hmm.
That's lovely.
How about that?
I love that, actually.
I don't know if I like that. I was like, that is lovely. And then I was like, hold on. Hang on a second.
Hang on, wait a minute.
Let me tell you something.
Has anybody watched Midnight Mass?
No,
Yeah.
I haven't yet.
Philistines. No.
That's true.
Yep.
No, there's just like it's not a spoiler at all, but there's like a monologue about what people like. There's a couple of times people talk about what they think happens after you're gone from this earthly plane. And there's one that like aligned. I was like, oh, yeah, that's exactly what I believe. They put it in words. Okay. All right.
Oh, I love
From the accounts and books I've read about subjects like this, it apparently feels like a sneeze where you go, and suddenly you're just floating above your body.
You sneeze your consciousness out.
No, I mean, you don't actually sneeze, but apparently that's what it feels like.
So
That's
your
great.
consciousness covered in snot floating around.
Ectoplasm, Tessa.
That's wonderful.
I
Ectoplasm.
think my
Thank
mom
you.
had a near-death experience where she floated
she really?
above herself.
Ooh, did
I
she
think
sneeze?
so.
You should ask her if she sneezed.
I'm gonna text her right now.
Ma!
I'm just gonna yell her name.
Pam? Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. How did you
Hell
remember
yeah.
that?
We said it at some point. Oh,
Because we are
were
lifelong friends.
Yeah, we were talking
Damn
about,
it.
but we were talking about something recently on this
On the pod.
podcast, and we said something, and then we just casually started referring to her as Pam. We were like, does Pam do this all the time? I love that. That's one of my favorites.
She loves it too. She loves it too. She's gonna love it if she gets to hear herself, because she's been listening.
What?
Oh, hell yeah.
Ew, she's been
My mom has
Oh,
it.
whoops.
Thank God.
I think my youngest sister like exposed her to it. So
Uh-oh.
Well,
wait,
hopefully she
what?
still will like us after.
She apparently does.
Oh,
Wait, what was I gonna tell you?
Your mom's near-death experience?
Oh yeah. So she had the flu so bad one time, the like influenza flu when she was a child. And I believe they gave her medicine for it, but they gave her too high a dose for her tiny child self.
Oh God.
Oh God.
And so she was so dehydrated, they had to rush her to the hospital, and she like almost didn't make it.
Jeez.
But she made it. She made it.
I mean, obviously.
Obviously, she made it.
Spoiler.
Spoilers.
My favorite thing is saying small spoiler, like if I'm talking about a show, and then but you just describe something like totally innocuous. You're like, oh, I was watching Midnight Mass. Small spoiler. There's a monologue.
That's charming as hell.
Actually, that's really funny. Really funny. When you watch the show, you're gonna think about this moment and you're gonna laugh and you're gonna text me and say,
Sure.
"Remember that thing we said?" And I'm gonna
remember that small spoiler we talked about.
I remember it.
No, I'm just gonna think of you, Tessa. I'm gonna think of you when I.
No, you're gonna be
watch
thinking of
Midnight Mass.
Hamish Linklater.
No, I'm not gonna be thinking about him. He's in it. Isn't he in
You're
it?
gonna be thinking about him. Yeah, he's in it. You're
Oh,
gonna be
shit.
thinking about it.
I'm gonna be thinking about it, and then I'm gonna get blue balled because he
Oh
doesn't.
no.
He doesn't fuck me.
Blue balled by Hamish Linklater. I'm really sorry that you're gonna get blue balled by Hamish Linklater.
Yeah,
I
me
don't
too.
get why.
He's
I don't
so
get why I
tall.
would. I'm such a nice guy.
Hashtag
nice guy.
Oh, this is going in scary ways.
I know. Oh, I know.
Everyone's having a little drink of their holiday beverage.
Yes,
Hot
we are.
cocoa, iced coffee. Iced coffee in this weather?
Yes.
In this
You're
economy?
In this economy. Well, I mean, I am a millennial, so my iced coffee habit has ruined the economy for everybody.
Yeah, of course.
That's
Of course.
true.
Because your beans
Ooh.
are ethically sourced and
Yeah. Mhm.
Fair trade.
fair trade. They're not blood coffee beans.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yep.
God. They're also not cat poop coffee beans
Yep.
because we can't afford that.
What is the cat that has the? It's not a cat.
It's like in
it's
the
like a
cat
lynx
family,
or something.
isn't it? A lynx is in the cat family.
Yeah, but when you say cat, I just imagine like my
house
house cat,
cat.
pooping in the
No,
litter
you're right.
box, and then I just go, ooh, beans.
Oh God. No, you're right. It's some kind of like special.
But if you say like a lynx, like an exotic African lynx, poops out
Mm.
this coffee,
And you're into it.
then I'm into it. Yeah, I'm back in.
Mhm.
I'm like Kevin O'Leary. I'm out, but I'm back in.
Wow, mathematician colonists.
Yeah. One
The
of my
Dutch.
wife's ancestors, actually.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You've been in the U.S. that long
Have I not? No, my wife has. Have I not told you
wife.
that?
that you have a Dutch colonist ancestors?
So my wife,
My
her
wife.
family name originally was Snedeker,
Stop it.
and her great grandfather was one of the people that was excised out when the British took over New Amsterdam and helped found some of the areas in Brooklyn, including laying out of Utica Avenue,
Utica.
which is where we lived.
Yeah, that's wild. A coming home of sorts.
It was a coming home, it turns out.
Well.
Well.
That's wild. That's cool.
Yeah, no,
No,
my family
my-
hasn't been here that long. We came in
Okay.
like the mid 19th century.
I think ditto for the oldest parts of my family, like the Flannery side. I think everybody else is like.
How are you
recent.
saying the Flannerys came over during the famine?
Do you know what I'm saying? They came over at the famine, and they said, "We're hungry. Let's get out of here. Let's beat it.
This is terrible. This is
This
just
is
terrible.
not what we wanted." Fuck
We
the
got here in
British.
1990.
90?
I think
Nice.
no, earlier than that.
You
but,
got here the last century you arrived.
the last century. Yeah,
But wait,
we've been here a century.
wait, you are. I'm thinking now of your age. So does that mean you were a 1-year-old wee
I was-
bairn?
I would have been. I think I would have been. Yeah,
Giving
a
away
few
your
months
age.
old when I got to the States. Yeah.
Wow,
hmm
you wee bairn.
I was a wee bear.
Bairn.
I was
Bairn.
A wee
no,
bairn.
no, a bear. I was raised by bears.
Oh, I see.
Which is also your chosen group in the queer community.
Wait,
I
is
I
it?
do love me a bear. No, not really, but
I
I,
was
do
like-
love them.
I was like, I know you. You neither are a bear nor are you attracted to bears. I don't think.
Certainly not.
I knew it.
I mean, I'm certainly not a bear.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we've talked about this too. I don't. I haven't really settled on a type in terms of guys.
Yeah.
The
We
haven't talked about
the couple of guys I've dated have not stuck to a type. I definitely have a
Interesting.
girl type, but
Yeah. We did talk
Yeah.
about that. I
Did we?
think
Okay,
I'm an
forgot.
otter, but I have no idea.
An otter? You're
You
very
oughter
slippery.
be.
I am. And I love to use tools.
Oh. And you
have
always
a
carry your favorite rock in
Yeah,
your
you
pocket.
have a favorite rock.
Yep. I like to crack my food open on my tummy. You know,
You hold your wife's hand on the river so she doesn't
I
float
do.
away.
I do. That's
Oh
true,
my
actually.
gosh. Oh, I know it's true. That's why my heart. Yeah.
Sometimes we
I-
hold feet depending on which is easier, but you know,
Depending on the tide
Depending
or the
on- yeah.
orientation of the.
uh,
Yeah, it's not the tide in a river. That doesn't make sense.
hand
See,
is
I
for
thought-
sightseeing, feet is for conversation.
What a tagline!
Is that the episode title? Do I win?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's it. That's it. It's done.
I don't think we need anything else besides that.
Yeah, just that phrase.
It's just that phrase.
I agree. I agree to that.
So I thought, okay. So I thought my type with dudes, I've like always been like, no. For me, it's a tall man with glasses, like whatever. Anything else beyond that, like whatever, just tall with glasses. And then I was thinking about the
It's
men
not
who
a
I've
lot.
dated. It's but then I was like thinking about the men who I've dated and the men who I like see on screen, and they always are like dark haired, and they always let's see how to put this. They always like think they're doing the right thing, but they made a mistake.
What does that
No.
mean?
I
What does that
don't know.
mean?
What does that
I
mean?
don't know. I'm just thinking about the shows I've been watching lately, and like my flatmate.
You mean
has
like
had-
character wise or like looks wise? Like are
Looks-
they like they're doing
looks-wise?
something?
looks wise, but actually actions.
Looks wise.
They think they're doing the right thing, but they made a mistake. 'Cause
Are you
we watch-
talking like
Tessa,
not
give me
not a
an
matching
example.
tie? Yeah.
Give me an
I'm gonna
example.
Give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example. My flatmate had me watch Pushing Daisies, a show I never had seen.
Ah. Ah.
And Lee Pace
Oh,
is
yeah.
extremely
Screaming.
tall and dark haired
Mhm.
and bushy eyebrowed, and does some stuff, and you're like, that's a mistake, you know? Objectively, he's made mistakes, but he
Like,
thinks
I mean,
he's doing the right
Like
thing.
the character?
He's also dealing with a lot of trauma.
That's true. That is true.
I've
Yes.
forgotten-
Okay. I'll change that. I'll say the men.
Yeah, the
My type
character.
is dark haired, dealing with a lot of trauma. If possible, tall, although the men I've actually dated have not been extremely tall.
Have they been your height?
One slightly above, one a little more below.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, I lived in Glasgow so long, right? Like I couldn't be choosy in Glasgow because, you know,
Were you
I'm a
taller than
tall-
everybody in
yes.
Glasgow? Oh.
I mean, the majority of people. You know what? No, listen. In Glasgow, men are either 6'4" or 5'6". Those are the
You
options.
can always tell Tessa's getting serious when she's like, listen.
Yeah.
Something
It's-
she
I
and
think
Katie
it's-
have in common.
Also, Tessa, when you cut yourself off, like
Yeah.
nobody's arguing with you.
No, but you're like, wait,
But-
no, listen.
Hang on. But the thing,
Shut up.
okay, hang on. The thing
Shut the
is,
fuck
okay,
up.
listen. Everybody shut the fuck up for a second.
All right. Yeah. So anyway, Lee Pace in Pushing Daisies.
Okay, so tell me what you think of the show, because it is literally my favorite show of all time. And
Is
if
it
you
your?
hate it,
You
yes.
need to talk to my roommate because Yin's. It's her favorite show of all time, and she was like, "You have given me a gift by rewatching this with me." And I was like, "I don't know. I'm just sitting here. Like, I don't have to do anything. Don't feel like a lot of work to me."
I'm just sitting here jerking it to Lee Pace.
We're watching it together. I
No,
can't jerk
That's
it.
fine. No, you
Oh,
can.
gosh.
You can. You just let her know. Just let her know that that's what's happening.
Be like,
don't
"Hey,
don't.
Also,
yeah,
I don't think
don't
this
spring
is the
that
thing.
on her.
I'm
I-
fapping over here."
Oh my gosh.
That's the bumper sticker I want. Fapping over here.
Oh no.
Fapping all up in her.
What's fappening?
Stop it. That's so bad. It's so early in the morning, you nutcases. So I am watching and not self-pleasuring to leave days.
Your loss.
Yeah. To clarify, you are restraining yourself.
I'm restraining myself from. Let me
self-pleasure.
clarify. I'm restraining myself.
It's
Those
taking
eyebrows.
all the willpower you have
Oh my goodness.
to not jerk off in front of your roommate.
We haven't seen eyebrows like that since Lee Pace until now with Roy Kent. But
I would argue for Peter Gallagher still, because I literally call him eyebrows.
Yes.
wait, who's can you remind me who Peter Gallagher is?
He's the one in the coma in that movie you guys were talking
While you were
about.
Oh,
While you were
and he's in
sleeping.
Sex in the City too. You're right. He has some caterpillar brows on him too.
He's also in Center Stage, which is one of my favorite terrible movies.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, that's right. Isn't he
He's the head of the ballet
head of the
company.
ballet
Yeah.
company?
Old eyebrows here
no.
running a ballet company.
You're right.
You're supposed to believe he's fucking Nigel Lithgow.
Wow. Right. Well, I think Pushing Daisies is a beautiful show with
Right.
very interesting production design, beautiful costumes, gorgeous people. Like I was sitting around for like a decade thinking, why isn't Kristen Chenoweth on TV? Man, she's great. She should be in
She won
TV.
an
She should be
Emmy.
in the pictures. She won an Emmy for that show?
She did.
Fucking deserved. Well deserved.
In fact, she won it right after it was canceled.
Oh, that's so heartbreaking. I mean, that's the thing. My roommate keeps being like, oh, if only it wasn't canceled. And I was like, how did shows like, because it was canceled because of the writer's strike, right?
I mean, yes, pretty much.
Yeah. But how did shows like fucking How I Met Your Mother survive the writer's strike? Fucking Big Bang Theory survive the writer's strike? I'm like, how come this show? And then I was like, maybe it was just too niche because it really is visually, it has
Stunning.
a style.
Yeah.
It's stunning. It has such a clear, distinct style. And it's like, of a time period, but not. And then also like the storylines, also the characters, like
I know.
roles for older women. When the fuck has that happened?
The
since?
ants. Oh
The
my
ants
god, they're
are
my favorite.
That's all I'm going for. It took me 6 episodes to realize that one of the ants was fucking
Ellen Green.
Audrey.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, are you kidding me?
Have you gotten to the episode where Ellen Green and Kristen Chenoweth are in the car and they sing together?
Yes.
Yes.
Because we finished it last night. We
Okay,
finished what
so-
is available of it. I have a plan for the reboot. I have a very clear image in my mind.
Well, let's make it happen.
Okay.
Call up Brian.
I'll write it. I'll call Brian. Also, I didn't realize, but my roommate was like, he's made a lot of shows about death, like Dead to Me, all those shows, American Gods. And dialogue? Are you kidding me? Snappy, and film noir. Like,
Oh god,
so quick.
It's the best. It is. I watch it once a year. I always watch it in the fall because I watched it real time when it came out. And then I can only watch it once a year because then I get so angry at the state of the world that it was canceled and that something so beautiful had to be cut short.
Yeah, it really was. And you could just like even in the last few minutes of the last episode, they were just like quick, like rap. And it was like really sad, heartbreaking.
Yes.
Anyway. Sorry not to bring it down, but yeah, Lee Pace is the example of like a man with a lot of trauma, tall, dark hair. That's my type. In men. In women,
Tall,
dark hair,
a lot of trauma.
short, actually. I like shorter women. Dark hair, a lot of trauma.
Tessa, how did have you been on another date with a person?
No, we just had that one.
No.
I think we both were kind of like, if you pursue this, I'll keep going. And neither of us were going to be the pursuer because neither of us were like, you're my person.
That's not fun.
No, that's not fun.
I gotta drink some water. Sorry. It's okay. It's good. I feel like it's really good that I went on that date. And now I have no desire for romance or sexual intercourse. I don't know what's happened to me. I'm dried up.
Jesus.
Sounds like depression.
What are you talking about?
Jesus. The Pushing Daisies conversation was actually very upbeat compared to this. Like now it's been brought down.
Oh no. Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The thing that you said about about a guy with trauma?
Yeah. Let's dig
that,
in.
Is that one of the? Is that no? I don't want to dig into yours specifically. You can talk about as much about it as you want, Tessa. But is that a? I have negative things that I am attracted to. Some of them have to do with my type in women, and it's like that is the type of thing that I believe my therapist would be like, hey, like maybe don't be attracted to those kinds of things.
I think it's exactly that kind of thing where my therapist would be like, well, firstly, my therapist wasn't great. As you know, I'm seeking a new one. But
fans, listeners, get on it. Find Tessa a new therapist.
Yeah, and I'll take your
one. Yeah, find Tessa
yourself one. No,
a therapist.
I just told you I'm all dried up.
That's not a celebrity.
Some people are into it. Some people are into it, Tessa.
That's the thing. Like, I think for sure my therapist would be like, "Oh, interesting."
Yeah.
I don't think it's probably healthy to be like, "I can sense that you are damaged."
Yeah,
not damaged. I don't want to say that because I don't think people like are goods. But
I mean, who isn't damaged?
Right. But I feel like people who like I can tell what your trauma is, that you have like your traumas are written all over you.
Mm-hmm.
Probably I should take that moment to take a step back and be like, this probably isn't going to be healthy for me. It's because I have this, like, I definitely think I have this like fixer drive with like friendships too. But most of my friends, I'm going to tell you right now, for all the friends who are listening, most of my friends do not need any fixing. They are the best, including Instu. But yeah, when I'm attracted to someone, it's because they're, I think that I can help them. And then I'm like, why did I do this?
Oh my God. You've been trying to go for Mr. Darcy this whole time, haven't you?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
totally.
God.
Except none of them are rich. Why can't I have the richness? I need to start like scanning for wealth is what I need to like look at people's shoes first and then decide to date them.
Because they're too broken. If they're not
too,
financially
like,
stable, they're broke.
I've been dating broke people.
Oh my God.
Looking for broken, not broke.
T-shirt, called it.
Yeah.
So can we talk about your tattoo? Because it's awesome.
Yes.
Visually, let's talk about it. Yeah. Let's explain it to the listeners.
Okay. So I had this idea 5 years ago to like, I wanted something to express who I was, but I also really like interior arm tattoos because like they're easily coverable, but also like, you know, they're something that I can see and that I can appreciate as well. And so.
And when you're crucified, it'll look beautiful.
Yeah. Yes. They'll be able to see and remember who I was.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, ew, he had a tattoo. Thank God he's up there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He looks a bit
when the
broken.
Catholics take over.
They already
but yeah,
have.
so it is an old-fashioned microphone, which is to me represents my favorite eras of music and songwriting, jazz, my favorite shows, honestly. And just the idea of, because like they were effective, but like it was the first time that people were actually using them. So they didn't. So like you still sang, you still tried to fill the hall. They were just for re-importance. So it like represents everything that I am. And then a ghost light, which I drew. And
you drew? I love it.
Yeah. Which, you know, is not only a symbol for hope for us now, but also just represents the theater and everything that I love about the theater. And then there's an inkwell pin, which is also old fashioned, that is drawing the cables that go to both, because that's who I am. A writer of music and theater.
I love it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, perfect. I'm so glad you have, because like I can never think what I would get out of a tattoo, but like that is so perfectly like you. I love it.
Well, thanks.
Also, it makes sense to me why you love Pushing Daisies, because it's got that 4 days fast pace. But
yes, it does.
Like, oh, that dialogue just hops. So dear old dead daddy jumped in the hole and jumped back out. Oh,
yep. Yeah, no, it's literally my aesthetic on screen. Like Pushing Daisies is who I am and everything that I want
colors.
To be as an artist
yes.
on screen.
Yes.
And like the funny thing is the designer hated blue, which is my favorite color, but like I don't even care. I don't miss it.
Wow. You know what? Yeah, I noticed that there's very rarely any blue in the show. Interesting. Your tattoo. This is how many? You have another tattoo, don't you?
Yeah, I have two.
Two. Okay.
Which I also designed because I'm apparently an asshole. But
that's not asshole-ish. If it's going on your body forever, you might as well have some input, right?
I mean, that's fair.
Is it an asshole?
Yes, it is an asshole.
Got it. That's I
have an asshole tattooed on my asshole.
Ooh.
Wow, that is
because I'm meta.
Meta.
What a commitment.
I wanted to commit to being meta.
Yeah. And I was like, owie, this is erotic.
Well.
No, not really. I have like the next 6 planned out. And unfortunately, now that I know a really wonderful artist, it's like, oh no. As soon as this one heals, 6? I'm gonna want my others. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Including my big old nerd tattoo, which I love, but I have not figured out where I want it.
Is it gonna be it's gonna be Star Trek Starfleet logo?
It's that Triforce one, isn't it?
Yeah. It is.
Yes.
Nice.
Which includes all 8 of my favorite fandoms in one.
Yeah.
That is cool.
You have my fandom.
And my fandom.
Yeah. And my fandom.
My lightsaber.
My fandom. And we also know nothing. Yeah, the problem is, I'm still really torn about HP. Because like my feeling is that it's ours now, and that, like it's just, but she has become so problematic for me, and I want to support our trans siblings, and so I just and
it's hard, right? Because it's we're reckoning with it in real time. Like she's alive, the books are still very popular. Like the books are really only a generation removed from when they came out, Yeah. And it's like you can lump her into other problematic writers. Lovecraft is one I talk about all the time.
Yep.
And it's like, but Lovecraft is dead, yo. Like
right.
and none of those books achieved the same level of popularity as the HP series,
Yep.
Yeah. Interesting that they both are HP.
Oh my god, we should have known.
Oh god.
HP Lovecraft and the Sorcerer's Stone. That's the book I want to read. That's the book I want to read.
A rewrite.
I'll rewrite it.
Who lives in the pond?
Oh, yes. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's I don't know what I was going to say, except like people are pointing out now, like all the stuff in the books. That's like, I of course, when I was a kid, loved these books. When I was like in college, I was like, at first I was the same age as Harry Potter as the books were coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And then, things got slowed down. So I ended up being like 1 year older than him. Pretty pissed about it. But I do remember going and getting the like final book at midnight at the bookshop and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But then people have pointed out like sections of books and like things that happen in books that you're like, oh yeah, why? But then isn't that kind of every book? Don't we have like a little bit of that for most books?
The thing that everybody always says is the really tired argument that I hate, which is separate the art from the artist. And I think that's a very lazy excuse to not criticize an artist or to not judge a work, right?
Yeah.
And the problem with the Harry Potter argument, like a defense or an apologistic viewpoint of it is like separate the art from the artist. And it's like, no, it's the same as HP Lovecraft. It's like, no, it's literally the art, like you see all these beliefs. I think I brought it up on another episode, but like you watch the arc of Nymphadora Tonks, and it's like she could have been something that, maybe it's a little more ambiguous, but she is and was in the community. I think she still is held up as like an icon for figuring out like a fluid sexual identity, maybe even a trans identity. And the fact that J.K. Rowling like makes her, marry a guy, and settle down and more or less like a lot of the passages are literally like, oh, she grew up, it was a phase, don't worry about it.
It's
really, like that, and then to hear her talk about these things now, it's like, oh, well,
it was always there.
It was always there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the work and in her
Mhm.
opinions.
And it becomes that thing of the other argument, which I really hate. It's not really an argument, but like the other sort of viewpoint that the populists will take, where it's like, we have to excuse this because she's a brilliant writer. Like, we have to excuse genius.
There's other brilliant writers.
Assholery for genius, and it's like, no, we don't.
Yeah.
We absolutely do not.
No. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess the same arguments were made about like brilliant creators for the Me Too, like when the Me Too movement,
exactly,
right, kicked off in a big way, when it was like, oh, but they're a genius, but they made these movies, but it's like, no, anybody could make any movie.
But think about all these things. Yeah, exactly. I think we talked about it too, with like really briefly with the Shining.
We did.
It's like,
and
like, you could have made, like, Kubrick is an incredible director. He could have done that without being a fucking asshole to Shelley Duvall. You know,
I mean, Shelley Duvall didn't have to suffer.
No, she didn't.
It's all, and that's also the thing of acting. It's like, you are pretending. You don't have to do these things. You don't have to subject your actors to anything. If they can act, then you don't have to make them feel like it's really happening to them.
Yeah,
right. There's no reason for that.
Yeah. Well, and like,
I always get tired.
Tessa's floating away. Tessa.
Well, and like, at the end of the day, it's, you know, unfortunately, because of capitalism, baby, everything in our society revolves around money, including punishment. And so, like, I have not given J.K. Rowling anything that would resemble money in years.
Yeah.
I have not. Have I partaken in the fandom? Yes, but I have not financially contributed to her. However, if I did, there's a YouTuber who I love. She's a costumer. And she
shout her out.
Yeah, give her a shout out.
Her username is Costuming Drama, and she does incredible things, including, like, she created a track 9.5 bustle dress, which is incredible.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Cool.
That's
like,
really
she
cool.
has an entire arm piece, and she's like Harry Potter belongs to us, first of all, but she's like, whenever I do something that would give J.K. Rowling money, I always give twice to a trans organization.
Wow,
and she calls it tithing.
That's a really good,
and like, I am trying not to support her financially, but it's like, you know, if I did, I think that's a really good policy to adopt.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Because at least then tithing actually goes to something instead of, you
know,
funding cults.
What? The Catholics took over.
And the Mormons.
Mormons tithe too?
Only the Catholics were right.
In fact, the Mormons will like actively track what you are making and say, I think you owe us more money. You're supposed to tithe 10%.
I can't be a Mormon. I keep my financials secret. Apart from everyone knowing that I'm very wealthy. Apart from that, hold on.
Maybe I'm Mormon.
I'm Mr. Darcy. No, I just realized that I'm Mr. Darcy.
Maybe that. Yeah.
I'm the ornery rich guy. Let somebody come and warm my cold dead heart.
That kind of tracks. Yeah,
I'm into it.
I'm into that.
Okay, so from now on, you're Mr. Darcy.
Yeah, and I'll be like, oh, I love you, even though you're very annoying. And they'll be like, what?
I'm very annoying.
You're annoying.
You haven't said a word this whole book.
You just looked at me steamily.
Ugh.
Steamy looks.
Colin Firth.
Across the room. Oh, God. Isn't that what we all want at the end of the day?
Yeah, Colin Firth.
Just basic. I mean, here we go. Dark-haired, rich, wears glasses, I'm sure.
Trauma.
Absolutely.
In every movie. Even in Love Actually, it's like, yes,
I want Colin Firth Love Actually.
Yeah.
I want Love Actually Colin Firth.
Oh yeah, me too.
When he does one of my favorite scenes in that whole movie is when they're in the car and he tries to he's taking the maid home the first time. Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, I believe the song something. Shut up. She doesn't speak English. She doesn't know what's going on. Yeah. Just hearing this crazy British man mumble to himself.
I think
love
that would be nice. Oh God, that movie. We watch it every year.
Ugh. So bad, but so good.
It's
so good.
I think the one I think that Colin Firth story is the one you pull out as like the reason to watch that movie. The Colin Firth and Emma Thompson are the reasons.
Emma
to watch
Thompson,
that
Alan
movie.
Rickman. Come on, you got to watch the Emma Thompson.
It's
Alan
heartbreaking,
Rickman.
but like, God, what a scene!
But they're
What
so good.
A scene.
Boy, when I was in high school, because that movie came out when I was in high school,
Same.
and I was with my first girlfriend, and we saw that movie together, and boy, the scene where Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead confesses his love to Keira Knightley through posters was like the most romantic. There is still a part of me that is like, it is very romantic, but but nowadays I am also an adult and I'm like, hey, that's a real fucking asshole move to do your best friend, and you know, like, you don't do that.
Yeah.
You know? No, don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that to your married best friend
who just got married.
They got married days ago in the movie.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
But it is so romantic.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. It's possible that like because we came up of age in all kinds of movies where people were stuck in the wrong relationship, and like the most wonderful thing they could do was actually confess it and make it happen for real. And that's not necessarily realistic at all, but like of course we think that's romantic because that's literally what we were fed.
True.
And I think there is,
and who knows.
Yeah, I think there is some good. You can still find like good and romance as long as there's perspective of like, hey, maybe like there are boundaries that you also have to respect.
You missed your shot.
Right.
Yeah. You threw it away.
Do you want to hear my, I don't know if you guys read this. I'm going to plug myself, but
yes.
I wrote this very long Medium article.
I feel certain I read it. Yeah, go on.
About fixing Love Actually.
Yes, I remember.
I did. I think I did read that. Yeah.
And I have a mostly finished script for my version of Love Actually.
Incredible.
That I need to figure out how I want to do it at some point. There was an idea where I just do it all myself.
You play every part?
I just play all the parts, yeah. I don't think I'll do that. But my fix for that was you give that moment to Martin Freeman's character and the girl that he wants to date, the two like porn stand-ins.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like the whole thing is they actually don't talk very much. Like they're very,
you're right, they don't have a chance to.
Exactly, like they're very comfortable like getting naked, doing these scenes in front of each other and like simulating sex on camera. but when they're like off camera and like in between takes, they're like in their little robes and they like can't talk to each other. They like clam up, they can't ask each other out, and then like one night they just finally decide to go out. It's so awkward, it's painful, it's cringe, it's bad, and then he like walks her home awkwardly and he's like, oh fuck, and he runs like across the street to like the Office Depot, and then he gets all the posters and he's like, I fucking can't do this very well, so I'm gonna write it out, but Merry Christmas, I love you. And then they're like, oh yeah,
I love that. I like that. You're right, you made the right choice.
Speaking of cringe, this is probably going to be an opinion that is not popular, but I actually really love the films that Love Actually spawned, the Gary Marshall films.
The Valentine's Day, New Year's
Eve.
You love those?
New Year's Eve.
You love New Year's Eve? I'm not judging. I'm just saying, like, I'm intrigued. I saw New Year's Eve. I didn't see Valentine's Day.
Cameron, would you know off the top of your head which one's the one where it's Bradley Cooper? Is
Valentine's Day.
Is that Valentine's Day?
Yeah. Queer representation, which is lovely. Bradley Cooper and McSteamy.
That's right.
I'm sorry. Hold on. What?
So
that's right.
I watch them both every year on those holidays, and it's the same kind of feeling, but like the problems aren't as problematic. Like, are they fluff? Yes.
Yeah.
But who cares?
Right. Yeah, who cares?
Who cares? I mean, the celebrity, the way that they weave everyone together, I love it.
Isn't it also Valentine's Day is Taylor Swift and Taylor Lautner when they were dating?
Right, right. Okay, that's what I remembered. I was like, is
And
Taylor
Taylor Lautner
Swift
was like,
on
I don't really like to take my shirt off.
That's right. That's right.
It's very meta. It's very funny.
That's
it's
right.
like,
That's right.
Method,
I turn into a wolf when it rains.
yes. New Year's Eve is the
Sarah Jessica Parker, right?
yes.
And
Ashton Kutcher and
stuck
in an elevator. Isn't that Ashton Kutcher
with
and
Lea Michele?
Lea Michele.
Ashton
Right.
Kutcher's in both of them actually.
And then wait, who is like Sting in that movie?
No, it's not Sting. It's Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi. I'm sorry for thinking it was Sting.
And
What
Catherine
a fool.
Hahn.
New Jersey's
Catherine
Sting.
Hahn. Catherine Hahn. She runs like a catering company.
Yeah,
or something.
and Cherry Jones.
Cherry Jones.
Cherry Jones.
Yeah, no, it's so good. It's so good.
And it's Robert De Niro in the wheelchair, right?
Yes.
With Halle Berry?
Yes,
No.
Halle Berry's the nurse. And
Halle
then,
Berry's the nurse.
shit.
Oh.
What is her name?
And her husband is like at war.
yeah,
right?
her husband is in Afghanistan. Yes,
At war.
And
Fighting the whole war by
Robert De
himself.
Niro's daughter is
Jessica Biel?
Jessica Biel.
That's
Is
right.
she the-
Jessica
is that
Biel
Robert
is
De Niro's daughter?
De Niro's daughter,
Correct,
yeah.
daughter,
And they had been
yeah.
estranged, but like he's dying, and she takes him up on the roof. And...
Michelle Pfeiffer's in
Right.
this.
Yes, she is. Oh God!
Oh my
Michelle
gosh,
Pfeiffer and
Michelle
Zac
Pfeiffer.
Efron, and it's so cute.
Carrie
That's right.
Elways,
That's right. Oh my God, Michelle Pfeiffer and Zac Efron. I heard. Okay,
Alyssa
Okay.
Milano. Common.
I did like
Yep.
this movie. I liked the Zac Efron
did
Michelle
like
Pfeiffer
this
storyline.
Yeah. Well, no,
that
I mean,
was my favorite. I
that's
think
just
I was
it.
like, whatever, Sarah Jessica Parker, whatever. But like, Michelle Pfeiffer, like, had a great time, and that's all I care about is that Michelle
She
Pfeiffer
did
gets to have a
great
good time.
And she
All I
like gets to
want-
play the most awkward human, and she does it so.
And you're like,
beautifully.
and I was like, could we have got a real actual awkward human? But then it was like Michelle Pfeiffer did such a good acting job. You
Yeah.
didn't even care that she's
Nope.
actually the most graceful, live, sexy, beautiful, smart, gorgeous
yeah, no, 100%.
human
It's
that's ever
also a
lived.
love letter to New York, which I love.
It is. It's a pretty good New York movie.
It is a pretty good New York movie. I mean, here's the thing. It's 11/11. Make a wish.
It's not.
I wish another one of those crossover movies would come out
Oh no.
for St. Patrick's Day.
Day. Oh my
Oh
God!
my
Yes,
God.
Jinxies. I would love to ask: do you have any other movies that are not necessarily Christmas movies that you watch around the holidays?
Oh.
Because I
Mm.
have, and this is going to be weird, but the film version of Rent, which
That is a Christmas
Oh.
movie.
I mean,
How dare
yes.
you?
But like
How dare you
lots of
say it's
people
not a
don't
Christmas
think about
movie?
it. Lots of people don't think
It's the
about it
only
as a
Christmas miracle that counts.
Well, and
I
lots of
think
people
Mimi
hate
lives.
that film. They hate
It's a
that
bad film.
but
It's a bad film.
I like it.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. I was just who was I just listening to? Oh, I was listening to another podcast. Am I allowed to say?
Yeah, of course.
You know, Brett
Yes.
Goldstein, one of the writers and
Yeah.
the guy who plays Roy Kent, and one of the
Yeah.
writers on Ted Lasso. He has a podcast. It's called
Yes.
Films to be Buried With. And so people talk about like the films that like they remember in their life, different stuff. But anyway, somebody was talking about the movie Rent as like a movie. The fans didn't all like it, and neither did the critics, but they really liked it. And yeah. So anyway, you're not alone. I just want you to say you're not alone.
Well, no, I mean, it's the show itself is just it's weird. It's
The
very
show-
weird.
the show
It
needs
is a
an
weird
editor.
show.
The show
Yes.
needs an editor.
Well, I mean,
and
he
the problem
died.
is, the problem is he died, and they were like, well, we have to preserve it where it is forever.
Right. Because
And
what
it's
is
like,
was it just
no.
before previews that he died?
It was the first preview.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh
it was
my
the night
heart.
before the first preview.
Jesus Christ.
And it's like, yes, awful, sad, tragic.
a show would get cut.
but you do
after
need to.
preview-
There,
during previews,
you
yeah.
do
No,
need to
it was-
fix this show.
It was just in the it was just in the writing phase. And like the
Yeah.
thing is there's so much joy
Wow.
in that show that like
yeah.
it persevered. It
Yeah.
continued onward. And then that paired along with the tragedy made it happen.
hmm
And there are
Yeah.
things about that story that I love. I do still maintain that it's better than La Boheme.
I was just gonna say, yeah, there's
That's
things you love about
gross.
the story. It's based on blah, 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 blah. But I'm sure I can see why you would like it better than La Boheme, because La Boheme is
Yeah.
also like, let's trick this landlord and then we'll blackmail him.
Wait a minute. I want to see that. That sounds amazing.
Well, like, I mean, it's just the thing is it's always been presented as Millennial the musical, where it's like they're a bunch of these entitled kids, and I don't necessarily think that's what it's about. I think it's about the evolution of friendship and how things, how people don't keep their word and how priorities change.
Yeah.
And how and how easily that is to come up, how quickly things come apart if that's the case.
And I think it was a very specific generation that was looking at their mortality in a very unique way.
Yeah, it's Gen X the musical. God damn it!
Yeah,
it is Gen X. It's not millennials. It's not like we're entitled. It's like, it's definitely, it has a pre-internet sensibility.
Our musical would have never even been written.
No, because we don't have time.
We don't have time, and we're too
have
tired.
We're
too busy being strapped to capitalism's cross.
But our tattoos are visible.
Millennial the musical is a bunch of millennials in a coffee shop talking about the musical they would write, and that's the end of the show.
Yeah.
And then it never gets written.
Oh,
it's like,
my
God, I have to go to job number 3. I'll see you guys later. Retirement.
Yeah, there's a whole song called Retirement that's just laughter, like on different notes,
laughter going into crying. I'm already so tired. If I make it to my 40s, I'll be lucky.
I liked the tweet over last summer that said about the pandemic, I hope all the millennials are enjoying their retirement. Because this is all we're getting.
That was it.
Mine is sort of a Christmas movie. It does take place around Christmas, but I love Batman Returns. Speaking of Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
Speaking of Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yes.
The music of that is so good, and I'll sometimes get stuck in my head.
Danny Elfman.
It feels Christmassy.
I have that in my Christmas mix because it's like it does feel very Christmassy.
I love it.
Man, I guess people don't always think of it as a Christmas movie, but it definitely is because it has one of the world's greatest Christmas songs of all time in it, which is "Meet Me in St. Louis."
Oh yes. Oh my God.
Definitely a Christmas film.
Absolutely.
But not always thought of that way, but I will watch the shit out of that.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I mean, I told you my favorite one is not necessarily a Christmas movie either, but While You Were Sleeping is my go-to.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's not a Christmas movie?
I mean, it takes place around Christmas.
Okay.
But like it's not.
But people don't think of it as like It's a Wonderful Life. We watch this every year.
Right.
Oh.
It's not a Christmas movie. It takes place around Christmas.
Mary.
3 hours. Wow.
Oh, look at that river.
The last time I tried to watch that movie, I was like, Jesus Christ. Because everyone only thinks about like the terrible part being short and then Clarence coming in. And it's like 2 hours of shit.
It's a long,
it's 2
rough
hours of
You watch
shit.
a long, sad movie.
I was
and then it gets more sad.
Yeah,
and then it gets more
worse.
sad. You're like, this guy's life is sad, and then it's look how sad it would be if you weren't alive.
You watch the uncle slowly get dementia. It's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Do you remember Angry Alien? That trend? It was the 30-second movies with bunnies.
Yes. Oh my God.
No. What?
Cameron, you've unlocked a memory in my mind.
I'm so glad. Just call me the memory unlocker.
You're a villain, if that's your name.
Let me into your mind. I will unlock things that you have never seen.
No, stay out of my brain. Yeah, you're a villain.
We've already established this. One day, my love of people is just going to wane, and I'm going to take over the world.
Can't wait.
One day, you're going to finally use your powers for
I can't
ill.
wait for the Megamind movie that is Cameron's biopic.
All he wanted was to write musicals.
Yeah. What do you think your villain? Yeah. What do you think your villain origin story will be, Cameron? What's the Joker? The one bad day that turns.
I don't know, because I survived a decade of retail, so
that's true.
There's not much that the world can throw
that's
at me.
what I'm wondering. Like, millennials have every reason to become villains. Story, but we're not doing it.
We're evil but too tired.
That is an amazing t-shirt. We're so evil but we're too tired. We are so sick of this shit but we're too tired.
Yeah.
Okay, So this is a minute. We're gonna do this. Are you ready?
Okay.
Oh, damn it, David!
What happened?
You disabled participant screen
Oh,
sharing.
I'm so sorry. Here. Hang on. I'm so sorry. No, it turns off for security. Cameron, I don't want to get hacked.
I'm gonna hack you, David.
Okay, it should.
That's
it should
my
work.
villain super story.
I'm gonna piss you off.
God.
That's good. I like that. I would like to be your arch nemesis, but Cameron, I'm too tired.
I know. Are you ready?
Oh my gosh.
Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, it's on an old. Oh, jeez.
Bono Vision.
Oh, it's not even Flash anymore because Flash is gone.
Uh-oh, we can't hear it. I think you might have to turn your sound on.
Share computer sound. Make sure you share computer sound, Cameron.
Optimize for video. It's in the Zoom settings. It's not in the settings.
Damn it!
It's in your Zoom
when you click share screen, there's a little checkbox that says
so
share
new
computer
share.
sound. Yeah, new share.
Yeah. Yeah, Cameron, sorry, do you not understand Zoom?
No, I don't.
Here comes Tessa mansplaining it all for us.
So, Cameron, there's a big green button at the bottom of your screen.
Cameron, make sure the computer's on.
Cameron.
Okay, Cameron, I'm just going to have you go ahead and press the power button.
Do you know what the power button looks like?
Do you know what the power button looks like, Cameron?
Can you find that?
It's going to be on your keyboard.
As a little I actually don't know what the power button is. This is a moment of my ignorance.
Yeah, a U with a line.
The U
in
with
it?
the line? What is that?
Why is it like that?
Cameron, do you know?
Cameron?
Cameron, can you mansplain
Cameron, can you
that?
mansplain?
Mansplain that to us.
I did used to work in customer service in an electronics store, so I probably could, but I will save you the trouble. My apologies. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Don't worry. We'll edit it all out.
Clarence, help George Bailey and you'll get your wings. I'm going exploring someday.
I want to do something important. I'm leaving this crummy little town.
But George, if you don't stay, they'll vote for Potter.
Dun dun. Potter, you're nothing but a screw little spider.
The money's gone, George.
Where is it?
I don't know.
Huh.
Trouble? I'm your guardian angel.
I wish I was never born.
Okay.
Mother.
Huh?
Mary, it's me. I want to live again. Zuzu's petals. Mary.
To my brother George, the richest man in town. When a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
Attaboy, Clarence.
God. Incredible.
So good.
Y'all,
They
Angry
thought it's
Alien.
So good.
The
Still.
30-second bunny remakes.
It used to be like.
Let me tell you about early era internet.
I was gonna say it was a big portion of my personality for a good decade there.
It was a
I don't
wild
think I
west
knew
of
them.
surrealism.
Yep.
Early internet was a wild west of surrealism.
It was.
That's my shirt. Make it for me. You're so right. What happened to surrealism? Do we still even get any fun surrealism?
I think real life just got too absurd.
It
I
did.
think it's
Mm,
like
yeah.
you can't joke. How do you make a joke about that or make a joke about anything anymore? Everything's already sounds like a joke. you
Yeah,
know?
it does.
Right. We're living inside Rhinoceros the play.
Yeah, 100%. Or a Charlie the Unicorn video.
Oh my gosh. See, that's what was I remember Charlie the Unicorn, and
same.
I remember being like,
Going to Candy Mountain.
I remember being like, whatever this is, I
they
want
took my
in.
friggin' kidney.
Y'all, this is the wild thing. Those were all on Flash, and
Yeah, they
Flash
were.
doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
I
So
know.
wait, how do we get to watch these
A
now?
lot of them got moved. So like, you know,
Oh,
it was like
phew.
a Flash was like it was like a 2-year thing. It was like in 2 years we're
Okay.
stopping it or whatever. So everybody had time. Mine was Homestar Runner. So Homestar Runner.
I
got
remember
all
Homestar Runner.
converted to
Yes,
to
I love that.
YouTube or like something
Now
else.
how okay, so
So
yeah,
Sorry,
sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, let me just say something.
yeah,
Sorry, real quick.
I'm just gonna mute you both. Give me a sec. You can unmute yourself when I tell you to. A little pop-up will pop up and you can click on it. Do you know how to click on it, guys?
Ooh. Ooh, mute me, daddy.
Oh my gosh. That's a
Oh,
power
God.
move. If
a
I've
big
ever heard
power
one.
move.
That is
a big power move.
Tessa, please continue.
Oh no, just I was realizing like technology's come so far that things that were made on the early internet with early internet tools, we now can just like screen record on our iPhone, and it's like, well, now it's this other file. Now we have it forever.
Now it's mine.
Yeah. That's wild. That's how I can share, like when I do a voiceover thing, like in the old days, not even that old, like 3 or 4 years ago, if I did a gig, I had no way of like sharing it unless I could like find a clip on YouTube and just share it directly from YouTube. Now it's like, I just find the thing, screen record it, spread it all around.
100%. There are, and maybe it's just because I interact with 18-year-olds on a daily basis, but like all of the fashion from the early 90s that we wore they are now wearing.
It's
and
coming
they think
back.
it's new.
Yeah.
But like
Clogs are next.
the surrealism really got to me the other day, because do y'all remember, it was from E-Bomb's World, that video of, it was like a car driving and then all of a sudden this zombie face pops up to scare the shit out of you.
Yep.
Oh,
It's the car
I just saw
commercial.
that. Yes. I just saw that resurface on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
What?
oh,
A whole new
My
generation
God.
of kids
Yeah.
is being scared by it.
yeah. Uh-huh.
It's a lot of the sounds, like, because
Yeah.
like TikTok
TikTok's all about the sound.
does the sounds really well. Sound engineering.
Oh, I was
Berries and
trying to
cream
make
just
a sound
resurfaced.
happen.
Remember that
Yeah.
Skittles commercial?
Berries and cream.
I'm a little lad who likes berries and cream.
Oh, yeah.
And you saw, like, it's crazy thinking, like, we saw that commercial. That is
Yeah,
a commercial
we
that
did.
like was used to sell me Skittles.
Mhm.
Oh my
and like
gosh.
and it's just used on TikTok, like, isn't this a funny audio? That's my impression of children on TikTok. Hey kids, look at what they're
Mickey Mouse. Hey, Minnie.
they're orphans from the Industrial Revolution.
Well, Mickey Mouse is technically in the public domain now, so
Uh-huh. Some imagination, huh? Some plagiarism, huh?
Did you all
This is-
know? Sorry,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I was just like, well, what if somehow someday, I mean, I'm dreaming big for myself here, but what if I do a commercial and it ends up on there?
Yeah,
It's gonna be great.
it could.
I'm scared of such a thing.
Or
Why?
it'll
Why would you
probably
be
be on the
scared?
platform that succeeds TikTok.
Follows TikTok.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because
yes.
I'm
Because
TikTok's
TikTok's
gonna be
days are numbered.
TikTok's gonna be dead before we're.
yeah.
Yeah.
My career's too young.
I'm still in my prime.
Did you?
TikTok's gonna be dead before we are.
You're coming out of retirement because we just ended millennial retirement. So
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, my retirement.
It's
and my
over.
retirement was short.
Yeah. We just love working so much.
yeah. Oh, can't wait to get back to
Just
the
believe in
grindstone.
hard work.
Oh,
I love the grindstone. Did you all know that the reason that intellectual property right laws are so fucked up is because of Disney and Mickey Mouse?
I am sure it's because of Disney and Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
That
Well-
makes perfect sense.
Well, see, originally it was just supposed to be for the composer, lyricist, writer's lifetime, and then it was going to go
Right.
into public domain. But
Right.
because Disney saw their main moneymaker slowly, his inevitable approach into public domain slowly approaching every
I'm
year.
getting there. Uh-huh.
Oh, it's so good. Every
Uh-oh.
year, every 10 years, they would be like, don't you think this should be a little longer? And Congress would approve. And so throughout the 80s and 90s, that was the first time it happened, was I think 82. They were like,
Wow.
shouldn't it be like 15 more years?
Hmm.
Shouldn't it be 10 more years? Shouldn't it be 5 more
Wow,
years?
yeah.
And then in 2020, it was the first time that they were like, no, we're not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
So not all of Mickey
Wow.
Mouse, but like his first iteration.
Steamboat Willie.
Steamboat Willie.
It's
is
also
now in
why they
public
generally
domain.
don't do a lot with Mickey. Like
Yeah.
they don't do a lot of those things because, yeah, they
Wow.
know their hold on him is tenuous.
Yes.
That's fascinating. Because I watched was it a TED talk or like a lecture or a video or something from this woman who her whole thing is like,
We don't know, Tessa.
can you tell me what I watched?
Let me ask you this:
sounds like
was there a
something on the
giant?
internet.
Was there a giant TED behind the person?
I think there was.
Okay, then it was a
Um,
TED talk.
I think it may have been a TED talk, but her whole thing was like intellectual property rights, get rid of them. Like not in terms of like let's not pay artists,
Right.
but in terms of like let's share ideas and be able to use those and build on them. Because you know what I bet it was around the time that I was doing a class where we were talking about Creative Commons. It was like a class for teachers to be like, let's talk about what IP is. Why do we have to reference things? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I know this. And then I was like, I know nothing.
Yeah. I do think there needs to be something. Maybe it shouldn't be so overreaching, which it sounds like what Disney is. But like, I do think if I were to create a character that I felt ownership over, I would want to have like a say in like, oh no, it can't be used for that.
Like, it can't be used in your hentai.
I would absolutely. You know what? That's my one exception. If you want to use it in hentai, please fuck this character with tentacles. If I am in.
If you want to write erotic fan fiction about my characters, please do.
Please do. I probably will write some with you.
I actually have some holiday trivia for you.
Ooh.
I'm so ready.
Okay, so this first one's pretty easy, but if you can give some context, I would love it. What group banned Christmas in Boston from 1659 to 1681?
Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
Yes. They were like, by God, we can't have these wagons anymore.
Sailors?
Nope.
What were the dates
What
again?
Christian group?
Oh.
1659 to 1681.
The Knights of
Boston?
Columbus?
Catholic.
What Christian group?
The Puritans. The
The
Puritans.
Puritans.
Oh,
There you go.
The Puritans,
What?
of course, because the Puritans hate joy, happiness, and they founded our nation.
Well, and to be fair, Christmas used to be a hell of a thing. Like it was way more like its pagan ancestors than it was now.
And it was much more like fucking, you mean?
Yes. No, I mean, you literally
yeah.
some of the Halloween traditions were appropriated from Christmas traditions.
Really?
Like you used to go door to door.
stuff?
You used to go door to door and carol. And like if they didn't pay you or feed you, you got to destroy shit.
Oh,
It was literally trick or treat.
And if they did pay you, you had an orgy.
Yeah.
So here
orgy.
we come, a wassailing. You better give us some stuff, or we'll toilet paper your house, and that's the end. That's the deal. That's
Love
what
and
Christmas.
joy come to you.
Also, this is Halloween. Yeah. It's not
It's
Christmas.
Halloween. This is Halloween. Christmas carols. Christmas carols. Anyway, okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. They also banned it in England at around the same time because Puritans are the worst.
I feel like at any point we could just say like, who did this horrible thing? It's like Puritans.
Puritans.
Yeah, absolutely.
Puritans.
Man, they sucked.
That's American history for you.
But actually, Christmas didn't become popular in the US until the mid-19th century anyway, with Victoria.
Sure.
When the polar bears came with their Coca-Cola bottles.
Yes, the OG trendsetter.
The
Queen
OG
Victoria.
trendsetter and her hubby like out in the yard, like cutting down a tree and being like, what are you doing? And him being like, oh, in Germany, we brings the trees inside.
We brings
like,
the trees inside.
Oh, Tannenbaum.
Speaking of which.
Uh-oh.
Before becoming tied up with Christmas, what was Yule?
Pagan fuckfest.
Yes, that's 100% correct. The German and the Norse people.
Oh, yeah.
They were celebrating Odin being the Yule father.
Oh.
Who led the wild hunt across the sky.
Is that a Thor movie?
Should be.
Yeah,
The
that's
Yule
the third.
Father?
That's the
No.
third movie.
And now we
Thor.
watch Thor Save Christmas.
Thor 3, Yule Father.
Yule father.
I can't.
It wasn't
wait.
Ragnarok, it
We're all
was
going
Yule
to.
Father.
We're all going to fuck at the end of this movie. Some imagination, huh?
But yeah, Yule is one of my favorite holidays because it does take place on the shortest day of the year, and the goal it was truly to stave off the darkness, because like it meant that it was the start of the season where you literally have to fight to survive. So they gave everything they had to bringing some joy in. And like what you would do is you would chop down a tree that was big enough to burn through the entire 7-day festival, and you would just gently utch it into your fire.
Wait. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, a Yule log was originally a whole fucking tree.
That you just like were like, put some more of the Yule, push the Yule log a little further in. Wow.
They were like, oh, the fire's getting low, everybody. Push the Yule log in.
Wow.
It was
But
the
yeah,
goal.
no,
The
that's
goal was also to finish fucking before the
Yeah.
night was over.
I know, 100%.
It's the shortest night of the year. We have.
It was
to
literally
For
it
his
was literally
day.
feasting and tomfoolery because like
It's the
they
same
knew
thing.
the rest of the winter was going to be garbage. So
Yeah.
it was like a moment of
Oh.
joy. Because like that's why we have holidays. It's to bring a moment
to bring
of
the joy to the bad times.
to remind us why it's good to be alive, to escape the
Yeah.
monotony.
I like being alive.
I like being alive too.
Burns
mine-
this tree. Let's burn this tree.
Mine heart.
So-
I need to burn a tree for mine heart.
My
For
hearth.
heart.
Mine hearth.
Mine heart
Mine
and mine
heart.
heart. Isn't it interesting that those words are so close to being the same?
Oh, I'll
Yes.
think about it in the spring if we survive.
So if we survive, we'll have a good time. If the harvest is good. God,
Yeah.
this life is awful.
God.
So
Also, I'm 27. I'm going to die soon.
My teeth are falling out.
I have lived the majority of my life. It's been a good life.
None of my children survived childbirth.
Take it easy. Take it easy, Grandpa.
Yeah. Okay, boomer.
Okay, boomer was for people in their late 20s.
In their late
In their
20s
late
back then.
20s, early 30s.
Please, sir, don't send a
I
telegram.
had my first child at 11, and they had their first child at 11. So
Send a pony.
I'm a grandpa.
I became a grandpa at 22.
Don't use this instant communication. Please carve it into a tree for me.
I want to remember.
I want to remember. And then burns that tree 100 years from now. So I picked this question especially for the two of you, since you grew up in Catholic school.
Catholics.
Uh-oh. We're going to get excommunicated if we get this
Uh-oh.
wrong, Tessa.
Uh-oh.
The French word Noël is often used around Christmas, but what was the original meaning in Latin?
Jesus born. Born.
It is
It
birth.
is-
Yes.
Yeah, it is birth. Yeah.
It is birth. I'm so impressed.
Oh,
Apparently-
please. I'm
Apparently,
Billy
the
Snow.
Latin stays in there with the trauma.
That's why it's the first Noel.
Yeah.
Birth that matters.
Yeah.
Also, where we get most of our other Christmas traditions from. What Roman holiday was held from December 17th to the 23rd, and which I still celebrate every year?
Saturnalia.
You betcha.
The party.
So good.
Sorry, David. I don't mean to answer because you probably knew that.
Festivus. I don't know.
Finally, last, but certainly not least.
Hmm.
Santa Claus is mainly a mix of what two figures?
Saint
Go ahead,
Nicholas.
David. Saint Nicholas.
I don't know the other one.
Sinterklaas? No, that's obviously
That's another
Santa's
name.
name.
Saint Nicholas.
Hey, no, hold on. I know. It's a lady, isn't it? Isn't it surprisingly? No, it's not a lady. I know that's not the case.
I wish.
Saint Nicholas and
We mentioned him earlier.
Krampus? No.
We
Yes.
mentioned him
No.
earlier.
No, Krampus hung out with Saint Nicholas. They were
Right.
besties.
Hamish
Right.
Linklater.
Yeah,
We mentioned it
Lee Pace?
earlier.
Is it Lee Pace?
it is.
It's Lee Pace and Saint Nicholas.
That's why Santa Claus is so dreamy.
Santa Claus is a gorge.
Yeah, and the most notable physical feature of Santa is his eyebrows.
It's true. It's true.
So then is it the god Saturn? No.
No.
It's
But it is
somebody
God.
else. It is a god?
Mhm.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No.
What other we just talked about gods.
We
Okay.
did.
I don't remember who we talked about. Guys,
talking
I don't remember what happened 5 minutes ago.
Hold on. Saint Nicholas and who's a god that gives stuff to people?
The Puritans.
He doesn't give stuff to people. However,
Oh.
because Saint
Thor.
Nicholas gave stuff to people. Nope. Thor's dad.
Odin.
Odin. There you go.
What? We
Yeah.
maybe because of the big white bushy beard.
Sort of. And also the nightly ride is similar to Odin's hunt.
The hunt across the sky.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Are you ghost riding the whip across the sky? Don't do
I'm
that.
doing what's that song like? Ride it, my pony, my saddles. Waiting. That's how Odin sings.
Tessa, don't sing that whole song. That's not under
We
Creative
can't- we don't
Commons.
have-
That's
yeah,
we
it's
can't
not-
get clearance for it.
We don't have public domain, and that's all I
Might
got.
fall under parody though.
It could,
Okay.
but she didn't change any of the lyrics.
I didn't change it.
And it was such a flawless performance. that I could not tell the difference between that one and the original recording.
There was mention of Festivus. Should we do the Seinfeld cast? We have not done the Seinfeld cast.
We have not done the Seinfeld cast.
Is that going to be fun?
I feel like.
I mean, no.
No. Was
Absolutely not. But this is about trudging through obligation through to the end. This is not about having fun.
Yeah, no. This is ever since capitalism, baby. We've been on a slow trudge to our inevitable demise.
So let's do not the cast. Let's do the characters from Seinfeld.
Okay.
Seinfeld, Elaine, and the other one. George.
Okay.
I don't think
George
we should
Costanza.
we should do George Costanza. We shouldn't do
Kramer.
Kramer. We shouldn't do
ghost?
Kramer.
What if Seinfeld's neighbor on that show had
What
been a
if it turns out it was a
ghost?
ghost?
It was the ghost. It was the ghost of the neighbor that used to live there 20 years before Seinfeld.
And nobody else can see him.
Nobody else can see him
Aw.
except for Newman. Newman is a medium, and he can see him.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so Seinfeld, Elaine, Jerry, Elaine, and George. FMK.
Y'all, this is difficult because I just want to kill them all. It's maybe the most annoying show ever, and they are terrible people.
This is a hot take.
Is it? Is it a hot take?
No, it's a cool, normal, cool temperature take.
It's a lukewarm take.
Well, why don't we do sitcoms then? So this will be the one Seinfeld, and then we can bring in
I like that. Yeah,
other
we shouldn't
problematic
stick only
sitcoms.
Seinfeld. Let's do
Ooh, only problematic sitcoms? Oh, I like that.
I mean, so all of them from the 90s.
90s sitcoms, but not Friends. Because we already did that, didn't we?
No,
we didn't.
no, we did not.
Um,
And I ship Chandler and Joey, just so we know.
You ship Chandler and Joey? I do
Yes.
too.
Oh, yay.
I don't. I would. I would, if I must, I will marry Elaine. I'll fuck Jerry. That seems less annoying, and I'll kill George.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do the exact opposite.
Who?
I'm going to fuck Elaine, kill Jerry, and marry George.
Oh,
Because Jason
Okay.
Alexander is a delight, even if
That's the
George is
thing.
not.
Yeah, Jason Alexander's a delight. It's true.
He is a delight.
he
I
doesn't
thought
make George a
this was
delight.
gonna be.
No.
I thought
But
this was gonna
George
be
was-
super easy, but
I mean,
but George got a lot of.
Larry
pussy.
Kramer is
Yeah.
George is Larry Kramer. So
Oh
Yeah.
right,
George
oh,
George did get
right.
married on the show,
he did.
He did.
but his wife died. Which I guess
Yeah.
if I were to marry George, then I guess that would be a relief to me. So,
Oh my gosh.
oh boy.
Oh, this is I thought I was like, this will be so easy. And now I'm like, this is really hard. Because if you fuck Jerry, he's gonna talk about you in his stand-up. So you gotta like either marry or kill him.
Yeah,
Mhm.
That's what you have to do.
I mean, he's
Mhm.
still going to talk about you,
yeah. He's
But
going to talk
even
about you if
if you marry him.
Yeah.
which is why I killed him dead.
I think I gotta kill him. Yeah. And then I guess I'm torn. I think I would fuck George because I think he's good for a night. And then I would marry Elaine because like the dancing, he just would always be laughing.
Yeah.
Well, we could always. I mean, the reason I married George is we could always do the bald man ritual, which is secret. But
I'm sorry, what's the bald man ritual?
Bald man ritual.
when you become a bald man, I'll tell you.
Oh my gosh.
It's 2
I'm gonna-
easy steps, Tessa. 2 easy steps.
Wait, I just had the idea for the others we could do. If we're doing the two most famous sitcoms of the 90s, we did Seinfeld, we did that. Check. No one can say we didn't do it.
No one can come after us.
Unless
Don't
David
come
cuts
after
this
us.
out.
We could do
What if I edit this whole episode out?
Friends, and I think we should split Friends and do all the boys and then do all the girls.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Can't believe we haven't done Friends.
Cheers.
Sorry.
Oh, we should do Cheers.
Oh
Cheers.
shit.
Haven't
Haven't we done Cheers? I feel like we've done
No.
all of these.
No, we haven't. They're just so prevalent in our millennial minds.
Tessa,
that
are
we
you
can't let it
doing
go.
are you doing a separate podcast that's exactly this podcast?
Just more fun?
Yeah, and is it two better looking guys?
Yeah.
How
I'm
dare
hurt and
you?
offended.
These two faces are the best looking faces in the biz.
Shut the fuck up.
No.
I
You
will
muted
not.
me.
I will accept ruggedly handsome. I will accept charming, and I will accept attractive.
You are both attractive at the very least, if not
I'll
gorgeous.
I'll accept what a funny guy.
No. Are you kidding me? With that beautiful hair and that beautiful
accept-
face?
Oh,
For David, I would accept Dreamboat.
Dreamboat. That's the word.
you don't get to accept things on my behalf. Withdrawn.
That is kind of weird to be like, I'll accept these words on your behalf.
I mean,
I
if
just realized.
the thing is if someone called you a Dreamboat, I wouldn't disagree.
The chairman from the counselor from California disagrees.
Well, the counselor from Wyoming has more votes than you. So.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Aw,
damn
man.
it.
Get
Oh,
rid of this electoral college, god damn it.
that is
Fuck.
fucked.
So fucked.
However, I do side with the representative from Wyoming. The representative from Pennsylvania sides with the representative from Wyoming. Strictly speaking, in only speaking of the incredible appearance of the representative from California.
Now, whenever I greet you, David, I'm going to go toot toot.
Reclaiming my time. If you refer to me as Dreamboat Willie and then I get to go, then I will accept this. I will accept the terms of this agreement. Do we have an accord?
Yes,
We have an accord.
Can I be
Alright.
Lumberjack Cameron then? And go.
Oh no.
"Hey."
Oh, I like this.
What am I gonna be?
You're matron Tess.
Yeah. Come
No.
on in.
Matron of the bar that
Yes, you're the boss lady, but
Yeah.
also
the endless spoon or whatever the tavern's called. What do we
Yeah.
call it? What is it called? Yeah.
that's so sweet. Oh God, can you imagine? Can you imagine a house of ill repute that it's just cuddling? God, the
Well,
best.
don't
And
they have
it's-
that in
and-
Japan?
And it's like
so, yeah.
and it's like those hot dog rollers instead of an 11. So you just keep becoming, you just keep changing spoon positions, but it's endless.
The endless spoon. I'm in.
That sounds
Trademark.
nice.
Patent pending.
I could do my FMK very quickly for Friends because it's pretty
Okay.
easy. They pair up as the pairings. So I would kill Rachel and Ross. I would fuck Phoebe and Joey, and then I would marry Monica and Chandler.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes a
Monica
lot
and
of sense.
Chandler are my favorite couple on TV of all time, and Monica is my favorite friend. So
Really?
Mhm.
Aw.
This is the thing, I'll say this very quickly. The show's heart, what little heart it has as a 90s sitcom, as like, this fluff kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
the show doesn't work if Monica's character is annoying.
Mhm.
If you don't relate to Monica, if you don't not relate, if you don't
interesting.
connect to Monica and find it funny and find her like a redeeming character, then I think you will in general not like Friends. And that's fine. Everybody has their own
yeah.
tastes, but I think Monica, like, she's the reason that like that whole show works. And Courtney Cox is the reason that Monica is the character that she is and how wonderful she
Yeah.
is. So
She is.
Because didn't they have something? They like wanted her for the role, but they also like she wasn't written
Originally-
to be the way she was,
yeah,
right?
originally
None
it
of
was
them were.
switched too. Originally Jennifer
She was playing
Aniston
the
and Courtney Cox were auditioned for the other
Oh,
roles.
it could never work like
Yeah.
that though, could it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because it was supposed to be Courtney Cox was the only established star.
Right.
So whatever character she was going to end up playing, that was going to be the focus. So if she'd ended up playing Rachel, it
Oh.
would have been following like Rachel moving back to the city more, as it would have been, And initially you
Yeah.
watch the pilot too. It's like Monica it feels like it's supposed to be, it feels like it's Monica and Ross's friends, like the brother and sister who live in New York and they found this
Group
circle
of-
of friends.
Oh, I need to rewatch the pilot. That's interesting.
Pilot's super interesting.
It is. It's really interesting. Also, Chandler was supposed to be gay.
Yeah, and you can see a lot of those hints in the pilot too.
Yep. And
Dang.
Joey was supposed to be smart. And yeah. Have you all seen I think maybe it was just a Reddit discussion that was posted, but it's the questioning what the show would have been like if they were actually supportive to Ross. Because they maintain that he is the most outsider of the group because he's an intellectual, because like every time, and like no one actually supports him.
Yeah,
so,
you're
like,
so
if
right.
they had actually supported him, his decisions would have been so much better.
Oh, that's so interesting. Yeah, what a different show, because he was always acting out of like this, like, feel I have to prove myself, wasn't he? And like, low self-esteem.
And like every time he talked about things he was interested in, they would shut him down.
You're right. Because that's
right. A whole we probably lost a whole
sitcoms.
Generation of paleontologists, honestly, because people were made to feel shame for loving dinosaurs.
Don't be the smart person in your group
Yeah.
of friends.
Be the smart person.
If you want to be
so
if you want to be
true.
the cool, sexy, popular friends, don't be Ross at least.
So then we needed Big Bang Theory.
Don't ever say that again.
Listen. Oh.
Don't ever fucking say.
No, but listen.
I'm gonna mute you, Tessa.
All I'm saying is the only reason we needed Big Bang Theory was because we needed to see that you could be smart and it was okay.
Nice. That would have been a nice reason.
But we
to
didn't
have
actually.
something. Yeah, we didn't get that because
We
Big Bang
didn't get
Theory
that.
makes fun of them as well. So it's
right.
It's a show that condescends to them as well.
Right.
And that's why I hate that fucking show.
We need new shows. We need new shows real quick.
Yeah.
Although actually Young Sheldon is very good.
I hear Young Sheldon is surprisingly good.
It's remarkable. Also, it features our darling little theater kid. You know, the one that became super famous for reviewing musicals when he was 5 or 6?
Is he?
That's Young Sheldon.
That's right.
Stop
That's right.
it.
That's right.
I love him. Oh my
I
God,
forgot
need to
that he's
watch
Young
show.
Sheldon.
I love
That's so
him.
funny.
And I mean, the thing is like the ensemble cast is incredible.
Yeah.
Annie Potts plays Mima, and she is perfection. She's
That's
perfection in
Stop
everything that she
it.
does. But like it's
a very different show.
It's a very, very different show. And like it still features
Fascinating.
voiceovers,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
like I have nothing. The problem is I have no problems with that cast, and I do
No.
enjoy
Jim
enjoy
Parsons?
them. He's remarkable.
Kaylee
So
Cuoco,
good.
I really like that cast, but they're doing this the best they can with I think a script and a show that is ultimately disrespectful to those characters.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so friends, sorry, real quick, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna do the same thing. I think it's quick and easy to keep them in the couples.
Yep.
I'm gonna marry Joey and Phoebe. That's who I'm gonna marry.
Wow.
That makes perfect sense to me.
I like that.
Thank you. And then I'm going to also kill Rachel and Ross. Sorry,
Mhm.
they have to die. And then I'm gonna maybe in a threesome. Wouldn't that be fun? Monica and Chandler.
I'd probably do it.
They would absolutely do it, especially once
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have kids and they're like, oh, we need to get some magic back in this. They would have a threesome with me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they would. I'm going to do the same as David, actually.
Fascinating.
But Ross and Rachel are dead. All
Yeah.
right.
We all
Yeah.
killed Ross and Rachel. Sorry.
I love them. I love David Schwimmer and Jennifer Aniston.
Me
I
too.
think
And
they're
also-
fucking hilarious. But
Did Jins
They
watch
are.
the like reunion thing? Like the little,
yeah,
were you like, are they gonna get together in real life now?
yes, yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
good. Me too. I was
Yeah.
like, when is this gonna be announced?
That was like a legitimate surprise to me.
Yeah,
and
me
and that was when
Yeah.
I realized how invested I am in that show and those people when I was like watching this supposed to be nostalgic, like kind of fluffy special,
Yeah.
and they were like, yeah, we always kind of loved each other, and I was like, what?
know-
You always loved each other?
Keenan and I were like, oh well, we don't have anything else to do. Let's go ahead and watch this. And then in the end, we're like crying. We're like, oh my God.
I know. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah,
The show is without its problems, but I still love it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also
Surprising.
especially fond because it turns out my wife,
Oh,
My
she's
wife.
a super fan. She
Really?
Yeah.
we have a friends trivia game and she wins every time. It's remarkable.
Whoa.
It's remarkable. But
That
like,
is remarkable.
when I first was meeting her, she actually recycled a lot of Friends humor, and I watched it when I was a kid, but didn't really know it. She just found a way to like insert it into daily conversation.
Oh, and you were missing all these references, but you were just like, this
and then I
woman
watched-
is.
And I was
This
like,
woman, this woman's charming.
well, and I mean, the thing was, is she was not only
Yeah.
was she incredibly
Of
funny on
course.
her own, but like
course.
she found a way to work these into daily conversations in an organic way that was
I
still
love
funny.
that.
I was like,
She's a genius.
I kind of hate you, how talented you are, but also please spend every day with me.
And then
Oh,
she
I-
said yes.
And then,
And then she said yes. But then she said no to this podcast. I wish she would do this podcast.
Yeah, we need to get her on this
I don't know how
podcast.
we could convince her to do it because she keeps saying no. Detests us.
She's very busy.
No, she doesn't detest.
I know, I'm kidding.
She's just got
I'm kidding.
so much shit going
I
on.
do just love this running joke of which I hope I one day actually do get to explain to her on this podcast. Where I'm like, I've continually said that this podcast is beneath you.
And she'll probably go, yeah, it is.
Yeah, which it is. I absolutely agree. You're absolutely right. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
We should do cheers real quick. And
Yeah,
then,
do cheers. You pick them, Cam.
Ted, I hate to do this, but I love the character, Frasier. And are we gonna do which of the
You,
lady
Ooh,
leads are we
Diane,
gonna
you gotta do Diane. Come on.
Okay,
Come on, do Diane.
Diane it is.
Fuck Diane. I'll marry Sam. I'll kill Frasier.
I'm gonna also marry Sam. I'm torn about who I'm killing. I think I'm gonna do the same as David. I'm gonna fuck Diana and kill Frasier.
Yeah, poor Frasier, but
Sorry, Frasier.
I mean, Kelsey Grammer being a weirdo. It's
I know.
such a bummer. Because like I think I would actually marry Frasier if we're being honest.
yeah.
Right,
But like I
right.
can't separate
Separate
the two.
them.
And it does
Yeah.
seem like Frasier would be a good fuck based
He
on the
would.
show.
Yeah.
He
Based on
seems-
both
I don't know. I
Cheers
think it'd be a
and
little by the
Frasier.
book.
Yeah, probably that
I'm
too.
just saying.
But he'd take you to a really nice dinner beforehand.
Ooh, I do like
That's
that.
true.
Dinner and a
Sam would just be like, let's go in the back room.
Yeah. We go to that restaurant upstairs
Yeah.
that's above the bar.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah.
We can just get food down here.
We can get it brought down to the bar. He won't take you up to the bar.
He'll call them and say, "Can
He
you
will
bring us
call.
down?"
Yeah.
Oh,
You'll
Christ.
call them. Ugh. Well,
Okay. I'm
Y'all-
also
Who we
marrying
married.
Diane,
and
but
you'll
I'm
marry
fucking
Diane.
Frasier and killing Sam.
Oh,
There it is.
there it is. You know me and tall men with brown hair, so it's
Yeah. Ted
was
Danson.
natural that it would happen.
Ted Danson,
Ted Danson,
who's still dreaming.
still a dreamboat,
And I think,
just like
as far as I know, generally unproblematic.
Yeah.
So,
and
good guy.
married to I love
Mary
his
Steenburgen.
love with Mary Steenburgen.
Mary Steamboat.
Mary Steamboat Willie.
Steamboat Willie. And with that, that has been Omni Bilateral Panic, y'all. Everybody, say goodbye. Say goodbye, Cameron. Say goodbye, Tessa.
Goodbye, everybody. Happy holidays. And I just wanted to remind you that you can't separate the person from their face.
You can if it's the movie Face Off.
Yes, you
Oh
can.
shit. Goodbye, everybody. It's been so wonderful, and I want to remind you that Creative Commons is a great place. I don't know this week. I don't know. There's been so much.
And I'm David Armstrong. Go watch Love Actually.
Yeah.
This has been
Yeah.
Omni Bilateral Panic. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Next time for the Christmas Eve special, which we will be recording in person.
In person.